What's up, guys? NepentheZ here, and welcome back to another episode of the Road to Glory. Guys, we played in Division Rivals yesterday with this team. I actually had Xavi Simons in the team for most of it to try and get A, our wins, and B, towards the foundations. As you can see, because we've got Bazur in the team, and we played one game with him as well, I did end up getting the wins, and I've completed most of the foundations. I think I need to play just 4 more games now with this team in Rivals to complete the NepentheZ foundations. I did indeed also get upgraded to Division 3 whilst using that team, so that was quite nice. And yeah, we have got on top of that more milestones, more out of positions, more everything. And before the season ends, I really want to get to at least Division 1 because the rewards in Division 1 for the season rewards are fantastic. Now, it has been confirmed that we're going to get a World Cup warm-up promo starting tomorrow. However, I don't think, from what I've read, that there's going to be players in the World Cup warm-up promo. I think it's going to be a lot of SBCs and a lot of objectives. So I'm going to open these packs right now for Division Rivals. As I said, we're into Division 3 and healthily into Division 3 as well. We're gaining our way up towards Division 2, which is great. We've now got our 90 wins, which is great. And hopefully, we're going to be able to complete some more SBCs with what we've got here. Some just Division 3 rewards are just brilliant, aren't they? I know it's untradeable. I do know it's untradeable, but it's just a lot of stuff. We're going to get a boards up straight away. It's going to be Carlos Soler from PSG. Rocher, a few other bits and bobs that don't make any difference. Duplicate Chilwell, probably untradeable. Yeah, we'll throw him away. And maybe today, guys, maybe, I don't know, but maybe we get League SBCs. We're going to get ourselves no boards out of the second pack. It feels like it's the right time for League SBCs, especially with the World Cup game mode starting on the 11th, which is next Thursday, next Friday? Where are we? Next Friday. So maybe, I don't know, with EA, maybe we'll get maybe we won't get them at all. I don't even know. You never know with EA, do you? Right, we've got another lights up. Spain, CDM. Going to be Sergio Busquets. An 85 rated, quite nice. It will help for one of the SBCs. I did also complete some more of the SBC content, guys. Oh, 285s in there. Fantastic. Only the one duplicate, and it's Oscar. And it just shows how empty my club is right now. I need the fodder. We are up to 85,000 coins at the moment, though, which is quite nice. Jumbo Premium Gold Player Pack number 2. Oh, inform walkout. Come on. Carlos Vela, the old Arsenal past and present, lives on. It isn't. When I saw the special walkout, I really thought it was going to be something good. There could still be something good in here. You never know. You never know. There's not. But an 84 inform, again, reasonable fodder, isn't it? Yes, now, we've actually packed ourselves one of the out of position players from our Division Rivals rewards. His discard price, I believe, I paid 46,000 coins for him. He is now selling for, yep. Well, it looks like he's actually not even selling. It looks like he's just not, you have to discard him because nobody's buying him. That's how bad he is. But a good start from our Rivals rewards. Special cards, walkouts, lots of goodness. And we've got 250Ks. I am due a hero or an icon. Oh, out of position. Come on, don't be French. Hey, that's all right. That's all right. That's Sal. He's not like one of the super ones, but that is all right. Nothing else amazing in there. He's so cheap. Is his like start price like 16k? Because there's so many there at 16k. It is, isn't it? He's discard. You literally can't sell him. Now, what's mad about that is I like this card a lot. He can play centre back. He's got really nice stats, really well-rounded stats, especially for that centre back role as well. You know, you give him an anchor or a shadow, and I think he'll make a very good centre back. 6 foot tall, 4-star weak foot, medium-high work rates. I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with that. We also get Martial and Hattie Burr. So, 2 OOP players from our Rivals rewards with 1 more pack to go. An informed Carlos Vela, a Busquets and a Depay. And last but not least, it's another walkout. Let's go. What are we saying, EA? It's going to be Luka. Oh, no, it's Brozovic. Never mind. Damn it. Hey, still, an 86 rate walkout. our rivals rewards, a great success. You love to see it. Now, oh, fantastic. That's really nice. An 84 in there as well, and another inform, which I know they're discard price, but EA are throwing those in lots of SBCs and objectives these days, and so really, really handy to have that there as well. And so, here's where we're at with the account as well, right? So, gold packs, we've already got our gold pack open. In terms of SBCs, let me just show you who I completed recently. I'm so happy with the return from our rewards there. Yeah, in terms of SBCs, acquired date newest, filter special, I completed João Mario because, of course, Benfica are going to be going through to the next round now. I think he's getting a +2, right? So he's going to go to an 87 rated card. And this is already a decent card. 4-star weak for only 3-star skill moves, but shooting from range is good, positioning is good, passing generally in the right areas is very good, dribbling is very good. Once he gets that +2, he's going to be super, super nice. So we completed him. I got Al Owaran from the co-op, like free lone hero pack thing. I went and did J. Rodriguez. I completed Falcao and Raum in yesterday's episode. And although I haven't completed every SBC up until this point, we're definitely not missing out on too many players. Like, I missed out on Player of the Month Valverde, but I don't mind that because he already has a better player. Icardi, I do want. I think he's going to be a good player. Gakpo, we've got 1 day, 1 hour to decide. I think I do want him because although I expect him to get multiple special cards this year, this will just be a nice one to have, right? And then we've got Ross Barkley with 2 days left. Now, I think I want Ross Barkley, but for me to be able to pick him up, we're going to have to go and trade a fair bit. We've got Gary Medel with 4 days left on him, and then the icons as well with 14 days on them. I want those as well. I do want to be able to complete all of these SBCs, so we're going to be aiming for that. So before we get into a game or two with some of the new players that we've got here today, and maybe building a new team for some Champs qualifiers, because I'm only 1-0 in Champs qualifiers at the moment. I haven't played more. We're going to wait to see what comes at 6 first. Obviously, marquee matchups will be there. But also, if League SBCs will be there, then this video will be tailored around the League SBCs. If League SBCs aren't there, this video will be tailored around us building a brand new squad for our Champs qualifiers. So either way, some great content to come. So I will be right back. All right, guys, welcome back to the Road to Glory. EA didn't release League SBCs, which is mad sad. However, they did release the ZINCHENKO SBC. I have already completed him. I know, you would have liked to see me submit the cards, right? Actually, does anyone care about that? Does anyone actually sit there and they're like, oh, I didn't see you do him? Does it matter? I'm genuinely curious. And I put ZINCHENKO in this team. That's right. We have got Gabriel Martinelli in there. We have got Gabriel Jesus in there. We have got Gabriel Erdegaard in there. We've got Gabriel Smith-Rowe. We've got Gabriel ZINCHENKO. And we have got, Saliba. I've also put in Jesus Navas, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, David Alaba, and Alex Telles, and Marcus Rashford to finish it off. So I've played 2 games already. I won them both. One, I went into Rivals by accident. The guy quit at 2-0. And then I just played a FUT Champs qualifiers game, and the guy also quit at 2-0. And so, yeah, we have got ourselves ZINCHENKO in there. And he's got good stats. They're like, so let's first things first. High, medium on a DM, not necessarily ideal. 3-star, 3-star, very nice. Not very nice. I don't know why I said very nice. 3-star, 3-star, not very nice. Could be better if it was 4-star, 4-star, whatever. And the pace split isn't the best. Sprint speed is good, not great. Acceleration is very good. The rest of his stats, I think, are magnificent. Very good shot power and long shots. Very good positioning. Very good short passing, crossing, vision, and long passing. Very good curve. Really well-rounded dribbling. Really well-rounded defending and physical. And with the Anchor Chem style, goes up to 91 slide, 93 stand, 89 defensive awareness, 80 heading accuracy, 88 interceptions, with 87 jumping and stamina, 86 aggression, and 80 strength. It's an unbelievably well-rounded card. It's got a flair trait as well. There's an argument to be made that this guy could be better served as a fullback. He could actually be a quite good fullback, apart from the fact he's not lengthy. But I've been using him in the team, and the formation that we went for was 4-4-2, press on possession loss, fast build-up, and possession. And we are playing the team like this. So Telles and Alaba as the left-back, left centre-back. Saliba and Navas as a right centre-back, right-back. Smith-Rowe at right mid. Erdegaard, ZINCHENKO, Martinelli across the midfield. Rashford and Jesus up front. And, yeah, as I say, I've got 2 wins out of 2 of that so far. we're going to play a live game right here for you guys right now as the rest of the video, and hopefully pick ourselves up a nice win. And as we go, we got the packet loss thing, guys. As we go into the game, we are against Los Fuertes. Of course, last week we went 9-1 in qualifiers. I'm currently 2-0 this week. I just want to get the qualifiers done this week. I don't really want to stress on getting the wins because it's already Thursday night. And I want to get my champs games done and won ASAP so that the World Cup promo thing is something we can focus on, especially if we get some repeatable content. Now, this guy has got Erling Haaland. I tell you what, Erling Haaland is probably, yeah, Erling Haaland and Sorloth. Haaland specifically is probably the most used player I come up against. I don't think, even in previous FIFAs when other players were like super meta, I don't think I ever came up against as a player more than I've come up against Haaland this year. Which is a bit mad, isn't it? Yeah, Zinchenko. I've got to green it. Yeah, it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad. Like, he's, like, reasonably cheap. And then even this guy, centre-backs, like, Varane and Van Dijk is all I come up against. That's just so sad that that's how we're scoring. But such is life. We are improving at the game a lot, at a rate of knots at the moment, guys. As much as, you know, playing the meta it's always what I do, and I don't like it. I would love to be like skilled and creative enough to not have to do that, but such is life. Here we are. But one comment from the Road to Glory a couple weeks ago is one of the comments that kind of really made me think the most and really made me change the way I'm playing the most. And that comment, I can't remember who it was from. I can't even remember when it was, but it was about the fact that I always managed to master the attacking like mechanics every game, but never the defensive mechanics. And I thought, do you know what? That is so true. And so the last like 4 or 5 days, I've really tried to focus on the defending side of things, and maybe the transitional and possessional side of things, because there's actually a couple of things that you can do that are really important for possession. And one of those is driven passes. It seems that even if your opponent puts somebody, and now they're not 100% accurate, right? But it seems that even if your opponent puts somebody in a space, a driven pass is still the one, right? It still feels like driven passes are just way more accurate, even if your opponent tries to cover the space. So I've been adding and implementing a lot more driven passes into my game, and it has had a positive impact, especially when people are putting like full press on you and things like that, right? Oh my days. Yeah, when people are putting like full press and stuff like that, it's like really impactful. So I moved his keeper there. No, he's not. So that's one of the things I've been like attempting to do. The other thing I've been attempting to do is understand. Oh, no, that's an awful shot. Is understand tackling a lot more. And I feel like I've been doing that quite well. And I'm trying as well not to bite with my defenders, because what I've noticed is, and I've noticed this in previous years, right? It's not like I needed anyone to tell me or anything like that. I've noticed it. I just haven't made a conscious effort to improve it. What I noticed is especially if I've just conceded a goal, whether I'm winning or losing or anything, whatever the score is, if I just conceded a goal, it is my mission to just score a goal instantly, immediately, at all costs. And I just go like gung-ho for no good reason. And so what I started doing a lot, Jesus offside there, isn't he? What I started doing a lot was just pulling defenders out of position, pressing the ball carrier, leaving loads of gaps, and it being an utter nightmare because I just never would get the ball back. And it like, okay, sometimes I would get the ball back, but usually against lesser opponents where I didn't really need to press that hard anyway because I was generally like in control of the game. But against better opponents, they would actually be able to pick me apart. And they're the opponents where actually it would have been better. Go on, Jesus. Hit the post. It would have been better on those instances if I had actually just not defended, because they're the better opponent. I need to, like, you know what I mean? Like, not defend in that regard. Go on, Odie. Let's go, baby. So I've been trying to focus on that side of things defensively with switching into my midfielders, even if it feels completely wrong. And I'm like, look, this guy's clean through on goal. Switching into a defender is the only way I'm going to get the ball. More often than not, the percentage of, like, let's do a thought experiment, right? Let's say I have 10 times in a row where a guy gets the ball clean through to his attacker, and I switch into my defender and try and tackle him. Maybe like 3 times I'll get the ball, right? Maybe. I'm just it's kind of like a, yeah, that's a foul. Just as like a guess, I guess. Maybe like 3 times I'll get the ball. If I go and get instead my fullback, my midfielder, and track back instead, probably like, instead of 3 times me getting the ball, I'd probably get the ball back like 7 or 8 times. And that for me is just mad, because the percentage chance of me getting the ball back when taking a midfielder and running him back when somebody's clean through on goal versus selecting a defender and reading my opponent's play is crazy. Like right here, normally I switch into a defender, right? Now, I'm not saying I will get the, recover possession here, but I have. And more than likely, it's because I didn't switch into a defender. So I've been trying to improve on that part to arrive at the point. I've been trying to improve on that area of my game a lot. I've been making a genuine conscious effort of understanding and noticing when I'm doing the wrong thing and trying to rectify it. And the aim and the hope is that eventually it will just become muscle memory and I won't have to worry about thinking about doing it. I will just do it, right? Now, that's, again, not to say that I never switch into my defenders, because I still do, because I still think there's very relevant times as to when you should switch into your defenders. And then the other thing that I've started doing, guys, right? And good old Spreadsheet FIFA told me about this. Apparently, he was watching a pro player, or maybe was it Spreadsheet FIFA? I think it was. He was watching a pro player. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Boras, actually. And the thing that Boras said that he started doing that he never noticed before is randomly, effectively, right? If you're near somebody, if you're even reasonably close to your opponent, press tackle. The amount of times I've won the ball back because I just pressed tackle and I didn't even think I would get the ball, but because I was near my opponent, I got the ball, is genuinely mind-blowing. Like, genuinely mind-blowing. I think he's onside there. He was offside. There are times that you could be behind the player, in front of the player. It doesn't seem to matter. The amount of times I win the ball back from just pressing tackle when I'm near my opponent is crazy. Now, that has created actually some negative defensive situations with me. And the reason being is because I got too comfortable with it that I would start switching in defenders and trying to tackle someone. And then if you miss a tackle, it's lights out, right? You're just in a bad spot. So again, it's one of those things where I'm trying to implement not necessarily pressing the ball in this area, because, hey, if somebody's got the ball there, they can't score from there, right? Or if they do, definitely, hell yeah, they deserve a goal. So kind of just making sure I don't press the ball too much in my opponent's third and in a midfield third. Beyond that, oh my days. Oh, beyond that, trying not to bite in challenges unless I absolutely have to is another thing I've tried to implement in. Right, this should be a goal. Let's go. Arnautovic. That's why I put Arnautovic on, by the way, guys, because Rashford and Jesus aren't tall enough to do that. Arnautovic is. So basically, and again, I know it's cheap, and going back to me understanding offensive game mechanics better than defensive game mechanics, I did that one time and immediately, and I just do that all the time. But it's crazy. If you bring your keeper off the line, I'm scoring direct from the corner every time. If you don't bring your keeper off the line and I've got a tank up front, like an Arnautovic, a De Jong, something like that, I'm scoring from the corner every time. Like, maybe not every time. The headers sometimes get saved or things like that, right? But overall, I just find it to be ridiculously easy to score from corners this year, which is a vast contrast from last year. So, obviously right there with De Jong, not De Jong, with Zinchenko, we've got another win, so that's 3 out of 3. And I tell you what, I know I abuse game mechanics, and I understand the kind of nature that comes around that within the community. But look at my team, right? I've got 3, 4, 5, 6 Arsenal players in my team. I feel like a little bit I deserve to use game mechanics. I don't have Haaland or Ronaldo or Neymar or Messi, who are super overpowered this year. I don't have Kante or De Bruyne, who's super overpowered this year. I don't have Walker and Mendy or Hernandez at left back, who are super overpowered this year. I don't have Van Dijk. I don't have Varane. I don't have well, I have Rudiger, but I'm not using Rudiger. Like, I'm not using broken players and broken mechanics. I'm just using broken mechanics. So I feel a little bit like, yeah, do you know what? I'll take that. So obviously tomorrow, guys, the World Cup promo is coming. Oh, sorry, the World Cup warm-up promo is coming. What EA said about that is that it will be SBCs, objectives, and yeah, I think that was it, right? So no players in packs for the World Cup warm-up, right? World Cup warm-up promo. No players in packs, but SBCs and objectives. So I don't think you need to prepare for that by saving packs. However, next Friday, we might get a promo team, like a Path to Glory team or something like that. So it might be prudent from now onwards to start saving packs for that. I wouldn't say packs for the World Cup content itself, because from what I read and interpreted, the packs that you get now won't have the World Cup players in them. It'll be packs from the World Cup start that will be refreshed to have them in them. However, like I say, if there's a promo team that comes next Friday, having those packs might be worthwhile. So what we're going to do this week is try and build our coins up to try and grind some packs out and maybe have some, some coins to build some 2-player upgrade packs and things like that. And from here going forwards, including marquee matchups and all the other SBCs that are there, I'm going to be saving packs now for the next week. And I might even start doing some draft, right? So we can actually build a draft. So obviously 15k coins, build a draft. If you guys remember and recall, I took Draft to Glory off of the channel this year because it made it too easy. And guess what? Oh, that James is quite nice. On that account, I have like the best part of about 700,000 coins. So I was right in the sense that it was too easy. But then I also look at it and think, man, imagine if I had 700,000 extra coins on this account. And so I kind of a little bit regret doing it on a different account. But at the same time, the whole point was this Road to Glory is to not make it stupidly easy. And so I do feel, I suppose, like vindicated in my decision to not have the Draft to Glory on this account and to not have access to all of those coins, because we would just be in I probably would have been bored already by now. I probably would have been in that situation where I'm like, guys, what's the point? I would have been able to have bought Ronaldo, Haaland, Walker, all of those guys that I said, that I don't have. I would have been able to go out and buy them. And I like the fact that I haven't. So that's where we're at with that. Now, this draft so far isn't giving us too much by way of chemistry. It's not even really giving us too much by way of like high-end players. Oh, there you go. Ricardo Carvalho, in he goes. That gives us a little bit of chemistry. Oh, and a couple more beasts. I will take that Diego. He goes in there, gives us a bit more chemistry. There we go. Now we're cooking on the chem. Now we're cooking. And then next up, and I'll play this off stream, guys, and then save the packs. Like, I haven't been doing too great in draft overall. Look at that Pele. Let's go, baby. I haven't been doing too great in draft overall in terms of winning drafts. Like, I think I've only won 4 in about 40, to be fair. But in terms of getting packs and making profit, it's been great. So it's very much a possibility that we might see some draft content on the Road to Glory over the next few days, whilst we try and build up and stack some packs. How is this draft looking? Here we go. He can go for there. 85, 86 rated right now. 2 picks to go. Come on, give us another big player. Let's go. Ooh. Van der Sar or Shezers. Van der Sar will get full chem. Or Ribéry. Oh, Vinicius Jr., Pele, Ronaldinho are brilliant. Or Benzema as well. We'll take the ribs. Who cares about goalkeepers, am I right? And then last but not least, going to be Al-Owairan. Very nice indeed. That is a fantastic draft. And yeah, I'm going to go and play that off camera. That is going to be the end of the video for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm out.